America has always been the place that foreign investors want to bring their money. And that private investors, foreign investors, private investors, they want to come because this has been a sure thing. This has been the economic powerhouse of the world. This has been the greatest nation the world has ever known. It wasn't Finland, or it wasn't Spain, or it wasn't Norway that liberated Auschwitz. It was America. It was America. This is a great nation. And part of that greatness, the skeletal system of that greatness, has been our economic engine. So that foreign investors wanting to get a good return on their money, they would bring their dollars here. They would invest America. But what we've done through the tax codes is we've pushed that investment away. Okay? We've jumped down, okay, our ratings. Okay, we're a risk because of our debt, our federal deficit of $14 trillion, because there is more debt, okay, more debt being bought by foreign countries than investing their dollars here. So what we've got to do is we've got to make sure that we bring companies back to this country. We have to look at the mom and pops, the small organizations, giving them tax relief. And I believe that the robustness of this country will once again return. And we will have dollars coming into the local treasuries. We will have dollars coming into the state treasuries. And we will have dollars coming into the federal treasuries, because companies can hire. Companies can expand. Companies can train people to make their lives better, their employees better. They can produce inside those companies. And I believe foreign dollars will come back into this country as an investment. And so therefore, those dollars, that will produce tax dollars. Okay? And it is that money, we have to increase that, but it has to be real money. It can't be, this year, this administration passed a $3.8 trillion budget for this year, with $2.2 trillion coming into the Treasury. That's a $1.6 trillion deficit. $1.6 trillion on credit. We cannot continue to do that. We need that infrastructure to be financed by foreign investment, because they believe it's a sure bet. Always, always bet on America. Bring your dollars, invest those dollars, and we will have money for important projects like our transportation needs and our infrastructure in this country, and a lot of other things. And I got to say this, if we would stop exporting our dollars, your hard-earned dollars and my dollars, to foreign countries like Egypt, okay? Billions of dollars, who are going to vote against us in the United Nations 95% of the time. That is lunacy. There's a lot of money that this country still generates. We got to turn our attention towards home. We got to turn our attention towards our domestic problems. Okay? Instead of running to Paul McCartney concerts and flying all across the world and telling everybody, apologizing for the greatness of this country, apologizing for the exceptionalism of this country. This is a great nation, but we've got to have foreign investing dollars to do what we need to do here.
Thank you. All right, guys, let's give you all 2 minutes each to sum up. State whatever you have to say. 2 minutes. Each.
Did you say 2? Okay, all right. I'm sorry. That's kind of hard to hear. It echoes. Thank you so much for being here tonight, for caring, for taking out of your evening away from your families. You've been working all day. You deserve to be home. But you're going to do what you're going to have to do from now on, and what you're going to have to convince your neighbors from now on, and those members in your Sunday school class from now on. You're going to have to teach your children. Children, you've got to go. You've got to be engaged from now on. Give a day a week, a day a month, but you've got to watch your government. You have to be engaged. I made reference to Ben Franklin earlier. A republic, if you can keep it, because he knew that you could keep it if you were vigilant, if you watched them. But he also knew the other side of that coin, that if you weren't, you could lose it. President Ronald Reagan said that freedom is always one generation away from extinction. It is not passed on to our children through their bloodstream. It doesn't happen that way. It must be taught. It must be exemplified. It must be showed. It must be taught and fought for and sometimes, when necessary, it must be died for. And if we do not do that, then one day, in the sunset of our lives, we will tell our children what life used to be when men were truly free in a country called America. I will not have that conversation with my children. That will not happen. They will bury me first. I will fight. I'm 44. I couldn't do this 2 years ago. My life would not allow it, with where I was and my commitments and the growth of my children. But I can now. And so therefore, this nation, we have to do what we can do. I can run for Congress. What can you do? What can you do? Carol Deland, she said $25 to Scott Brown's campaign in Massachusetts because she knew that Scott Brown's vote was going to affect her just like Bill Nelson's vote. I have an aunt that lives in Miami Shores. She did phone calls for Scott Brown in Massachusetts from Miami Beach. Get involved in your government, not just your district. What a cop-out when people tell me, I'm not from your district, I can't support you. What? Every vote in Congress affects you. Nancy Pelosi's vote affects you. Have we participated in her opponent's campaign? Give what you can. And if all you can do is make phone calls, that's enough. That's enough. But get involved in your government. Thank you for being here tonight. I need your help. I believe, Paul made reference to the Republican Party earlier, and I have to rebut something. I believe that we have to take back a party first if we ever hope to take back a country. And if you can't... My dad would give me little things before he ever gave me big things. And so therefore, we'll take back this party, and we will take back our country. I need your support. SutherlandForCongress.com. Please check out our table. God bless you, and as always, God bless the United States of America.
Okay, one thing I have to tell you is, again, you have to get involved. We all agree on that. We all agree on that. I'm giving you the way to do it. I'm giving it. I'm handing it to you. All you have to do is take it. And it makes it very easy for you to take over this government again. And that's the only way we're going to get it back. Now, a lot of things need to be done. Make no mistake, we're in a situation right now where I have to say that everything this current administration is doing is wrong. It's all been wrong. And now we have to come in and clean this mess up. And we're going to have to prioritize. I understand that. The economy is shot. This oil fiasco that we've got coming ashore now that should have been stopped in its chute, it stopped right where it was coming up. We have the ability to do that, and it wasn't done. All of these things are just going to cost us and cost us. But right now, I'll tell you what, things that I see that we really have to deal with. We really got to deal with. Okay, what we really have to deal with is, we've got, in my opinion, we've got a situation going on right now that is unsustainable and must stop. We've got men and women dying in foreign countries right now. We've won the war, folks. Everybody keeps saying we can't bring these people back in dishonor. For God's sakes, we've won the wars. It's not up to us to win the peace. Those people have to come back. This is unsustainable. We must stop this nonsense right now. I mean, we have to get them back in our country. And the economy, we have to bring the economy back. We know what it takes to do that. We know what it takes to do that. And they're all simple economic 101 structures. But we have to do it. And with this administration in place, it's just not going to happen. So, I'm not going to take a lot of your time on saying this, but I'll tell you what. I, again, as earlier said, that I came from the Republican Party, and someday I may go back to the Republican Party. But I am a firm believer, especially with what we have in place right now, you can't fix it from the inside. Because what's going to happen is, as a freshman representative, you see it too many times. They're going to take you up there. And they're going to welcome you with an arm around you and say, okay, come on, I'm going to show you how to be a really good politician. But you know what? We've got too many politicians. I, on the other hand, want to go up there and teach the politicians how to be statesmen. Because until we get statesmen in government again, we don't stand a chance. And the last thing I want to tell you is this. On September 1st, I want you to look out for this, whatever district you're in. on September 1st on my website, you're going to see my journal come out. And my journal is everything I've done right, everything I've done wrong, and things that I maybe wish I would have done. And the reason I want to bring this out is, again, without getting you into the government, again, we're saddled with these professionals. And this is going to be a playbook for the average person to step up and run for office. There's no reason in the world why each one of you in here shouldn't be running for some form of office. But obviously everybody can. But use this as a playbook to either run or get behind somebody that will. And folks, I really appreciate you coming out tonight. Thank you very much. And
thank you guys. Give a big hand, guys. Thank you for coming out. Thank you. That's good.